Hello and welcome to Sheffield Live. I'm Bailo Jallo and you are watching African Voices, a show where we tend to discuss the achievements and also the issues affecting Africans in this country and abroad. And on today's show, we've got a special guest. And that guest is nobody but Chichi Neblett, who is a Nollywood and Gollywood actress. She's also a producer. So Chichi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As I mentioned, she's a special guest today. She's just been in the UK a couple of days and she's just here for 2 weeks. So we thought it was necessary for her to appear on African Voices, and she gave us the time to appear here. Like I mentioned, she came to the acting scene in 2005, and since then she's been acting with numerous African superstars or actors and actresses in the Nollywood and Gollywood industry. So today we've got her here to talk about her acting career, her new film, Brown Sugar, The Wedding. But before we go into the film, I'll first of all ask Chichi Neblett your reason for visiting us in the UK.
Okay, thank you. I was invited by ULOG, that's the Union of Liberia organization, when they heard about Brown Sugar, The Wedding that I produced, being a Liberian, they were like, it's a very good opportunity to come here and showcase what I have done in EZA to my fellow Liberians in the UK. So I actually grabbed that opportunity and came to UK to, premiere Brown Sugar, The Wedding.
Well, welcome to the UK. You've been here a couple of days.
Yeah.
From my understanding, you premiered the film in Sheffield here, and you also premiered it in Northampton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we did only Sheffield.
Okay, you did only in Sheffield. Mm-hmm. Okay, so talk us through, what is Brown Sugar all about?
Okay, Brown Sugar, The Wedding is actually about 8 friends. One of the guys was getting married, and he invited his friends to a resort, to witness the wedding. And he, being a playboy, when the friends came to the wedding, some of them were his exes. And at the end of the day, so many things went on that the wedding could not go on as planned. So
this is the first film you've produced. You are an actress?
Okay, I'm an actress. I've been acting, like you said, since 2005. I've been doing movies both in Nigeria and Ghana. But this is my first produced movie. This is the first movie I've produced. It's actually a collaboration with Balibi Production and Harochi Production. I produced it, yeah. This is my first produced movie. So
being the first movie that you've produced, how did you find it? How will you assess it?
It wasn't easy, I thought it's easy, because when you're acting, you're just in front of the camera. You don't really know what goes on behind the camera. So being in front of the camera, I've been really comfortable, all the time. But going into producing, it wasn't easy for me. I was so stressed out. I had too many challenges on set. It wasn't funny, as in we shot for 9 days, and that 9 days, it was like a year for me, because I had challenges one after another. Crew, director, it wasn't easy for me. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful the movie came out well, and people really loved the movie. I premiered it in Liberia. The attendance was massive. People really liked the movie. And then I premiered it in Ghana. It was also massive. People actually, welcoming the movie, which is making me very proud of my job. So
seeing that from what you've mentioned here, it was premiered in Liberia and Ghana, and like you said, it was a success. But looking at the people who took part in the movie, definitely it must have been a success, because I can see from here you've got superstars like Ike Ogbonna and yourself, to Sweet Anna. So talk me some of the people who are involved in this movie. Okay,
I have a very great cast. They are all big stars. Most of them, I've worked with them before, but with Ike, this is my first time working with him. It wasn't, I called him. I was like, okay, I'm a Liberian, half Liberian, half Nigerian. That was what I actually told him. But I'm actually a Liberian. And then I told him that I want to produce a movie, and there's this character I want him to play. He was like, okay, I should send him the script. When I sent him the script, he was like, okay, he loved the story, so he'll come on board to do it. So, we talk on the price and everything, and I bought his ticket. He came down to Ghana for the shoot. And then we have DJ Master Queen in there. That's Grace. We are from Liberia. That's also my first time working with her. someone told me about her, being the biggest DJ in Liberia. It would be good for me to have her on board. So I called her. I was like, okay, my name is Chichi. I'm a Liberian based in Ghana, and I'm producing a movie. I would like you to come and play this character. She was like, okay. When she heard the cast, she was like, oh, it's like a great opportunity for her. She hasn't acted before. She's into DJ, so coming to act in Ghana with all those superstars, she was really excited. I bought her ticket, brought her to Accra. And with the rest of them, they are in Ghana. They are Ghanaians. Too Sweet is a Ghanaian. He's in Ghana. I've worked with him on so many projects, so it wasn't really difficult getting him on board. I actually had him in mind when I was doing the story, but then it got to a point where when we before I shot the movie, he was signed with some company, which before getting him, you have to go through a little bit of process. So I casted John Dumelo. We started shooting, and then we had some issues, so John had to leave. And God being so good, I had to call Tusis again, and he was like, okay, now he's available. So he came on board, and we shot the movie. And then I have Rosalind Ngiza there. She's a fantastic actress. If you watch the movie, she did extremely well. I called her. She came on board. She played Mrs. Ure. Devlin Afagloba. She's a Ghanaian based in Ghana. I've also worked with her. I called her, like, they were all responsive. They didn't hesitate to join and support my work. And then Lovette too, she's from Liberia, but she's based in Nigeria. I called her, she was excited, bought her ticket, she came down. Like, they were all just excited, to support the job. So they all came, to cut long story short, they all came down to Ghana, and then we went on set to shoot Brown Sugar, the wedding.
So will you say you being in the movie industry, that helped because you've been acting for quite a while now?
Yes, it helped. I would say it helped me because I've been, like, I'm already acquainted with them, so it wasn't hard getting them. It was really, really easy. Just me. It was easy. Yeah, like most of them are like my friends, even though they are my friends. But I paid everyone because it's business. You can say because you're my friend, you come and work for me, and I won't pay you. So when I called them all, they came on board, and it was really good.
So what would you say motivated you to start producing a film? Because like you said, you thought it was going to be easier, but in the end, it was difficult.
Actually, I didn't want to produce a movie. That wasn't my dream anytime soon to, go and produce a movie. I had this money. I wanted to buy a car. Because being an actress, every time hopping from one taxi to another, from the bus to this, it's a bit stressful in Ghana, looking at the weather and all that. So I'm like, let me buy a car. Then there's this, he's like my manager. He's a Liberian, the vice president of Liberia Style View. He's called Ta. He was like, Chichi, don't buy a car. Why don't you shoot a movie? I'm like, yeah, I can shoot a movie, but for now, the movie industry is not like before. Things are like slow. People are not really making money for movies, so I don't think I want to shoot a movie. He was like, shoot a movie. Looking at the money I had, it wasn't sufficient to do the kind of movie I would like to do. So he wrote the story, and then I talked to a friend of mine. He's called Bali B. He's actually my partner in the movie. I was like, okay, I want to shoot a movie because I actually told him I wanted to buy a car before if he could top up my money. So I went back to him. I was like, I don't want to buy the car again. I want to shoot a movie. Like, can we do something? He was like, okay, how much are you looking at? And I told him. That's how we now put money together, and then we did Brown Sugar.
So now let's forget about Brown Sugar a little bit because later we'll be showing the trailer for our viewers to be able to see. But let's talk about your career here a bit. We mentioned at the beginning that you began your career in 2005. So being a Liberian in Ghana, so talk us through, how did you get into acting?
When I went to Liberia 2003, that was like when they started the war again in Liberia. I actually wanted to go to Nigeria. My stepdad was like, no, I won't go to Nigeria, because I told him when I get to Nigeria, I'll go into acting. He said, no, if it's because of acting I want to go to Nigeria, I won't go. So I said, okay. Then we now came to Ghana. When we came to Ghana, I met this guy. He's a Liberian, and he introduced me to a Liberian girl called Estelle Liberty. She knew someone in the industry. So when I went to her, she called a guy called Roger Corte. That's how I met Roger Corte, and then he introduced me to a few people in the movie industry, and then I started acting small. I started doing music videos, TV commercials, and then I went into acting.
So how difficult was it for you, knowing that you are from Liberia, to break through into the Ghana film industry?
It wasn't easy, trust me. It was not easy because I have been in the industry since 2005. So you should know how difficult it has been for me to even get here now. It wasn't that easy, but sometimes when you meet the right people, things do happen for you. When I met Roger, you know, he asked me, what can I do? How far can I go into acting? Like, he asked me so many questions. And I was like, give me the chance. Let me prove myself. So he gave me that chance and I started. That's how I started. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't all that difficult for me.
Talking of that though, your first role in a movie was with the AA production.
That's Puncher Hope, yeah.
Puncher. So can you remember?
That
can you
movie,
talk me
yes,
through
that movie was actually, it was an international movie. It was done by Canadians. Some white guys came from Canada to do that movie where I had to even cut my hair. It was challenging. I'm like, I have to cut my hair. How much are they even paying me? But God was like, you want to act, right? I ask you, how far can you go? What can you do? So, you know. So I was like, okay, no problem. I had to cut my hair. I cut it to the stage that I'll feel comfortable. When I went on set, they were like, no, we have to cut it down. And then they had to cut my hair down. We were shooting in the forest like late night because it was like a horror movie. You know, all this international stuff. So it was difficult. It was challenging, but I was excited because it was like my first major role in a movie. I felt it was major because I have not acted before. Looking at the scenes and the kind of people I was playing alongside, I was excited.
So since then, there has been no turning back, I guess?
No.
So what...
When I was acting, then I got pregnant in 2007.
Which we're going to come to later, I guess.
So I had to stop for a while.
But looking at your movie that time, the Punch or...
Puncher Hope.
Puncher Hole. So looking at that from your previous acting and looking at where you are now, will you say a lot has changed?
Yes, a lot has changed. I've experienced a lot. I've learned a lot. And I think my acting skill is far better than then. So a lot has changed for me.
Okay. So what kind of advice can you give to the upcoming young girl out there in Liberia, you know, who is just thinking of how can I get to where Chichi Neblett is?
Yes, most of the time on social media, I get messages, people calling me like, Chichi, we want to be like you, we want to go into acting. All I tell them is that follow your dreams. Whatever you want to do, keep pushing. Don't let anyone discourage you and tell you that you can't do this, you can't do that, or do this before I can do this for you. Keep pushing. Do what you want to do. Believe in yourself and you will get there. It wasn't easy for me, but I kept pushing because my passion was to be on screen. And here I am today. So if you want to be like me, all you need to do is to keep pressing forward. Believe in yourself and know that one day you become like me. So that's all I can tell them.
Earlier you mentioned the name Roger. You know, you mentioned when you got pregnant.
Yeah.
So I believe that Roger probably was the father of your child?
Yes, Roger Cote is the father of my son.
Okay, and how will you say the relationship went between the two of you?
It was okay. I can't say much about it, but it was okay. At least I have a very handsome, cute son by him, and it's all right.
And talking of that handsome, cute son, how old is he now?
Harold is 11 years old now.
He's 11 years old. Is he in Ghana?
Yeah, he's in Ghana.
Is he looking forward to follow the footsteps of the mother and father?
He's already into that. His father is also into entertainment. He worked with one of the biggest TV stations in Ghana. That's UTV, United Television. And so he's handling the entertainment aspect. So he always put his sons into TV commercials. So he's also acting. He's there in Accra on billboards and stuff. And I'm not even on billboard yet. So
wow,
he's doing well.
So looking at Gollywood, when you joined it in 2005, if you look at it a decade ago, the Nollywood industry or the Gollywood industry was not that known. But now wherever you go, there are Nollywood and Gollywood movies, you know. The Africans are embracing it, likewise the Western world. So will you say things have changed for the industry now? They're investing in the industry? Yeah,
things have changed. People are really investing into movies now. Like for certain time, people started making a lot of money out of movies. Even now, people still do make money, but not like before. So people are really investing into movies. They step out their game. So it's really good. They are doing well. Talking
of people used to make a lot, do you think technology has brought the movie industry setbacks, i.e. because before you have to buy the movie, but now people can YouTube, download it online, watch it on YouTube, social
technology
media,
has helped. It has helped, but in a way too, you know, it hasn't helped because most of the time, when like back then, when you produce a movie and put it on the CD, people go to buy it and you make some money. But now the people can just go online, watch your movie. You know, you're not getting much from that. So Technology is doing well, but then
as a celebrity as well, as a producer, you think it is not helping you guys?
Not too well.
Right, okay. We'll just stop there for now, and we'll go for a short break where we'll be able to show you the trailer for the movie that we are talking about, which is Brown Sugar, The Wedding, a brand new movie produced by Chichi Neblett, a Liberian-born but Ghana-based.
I believe you're Mrs. Ure.
Yes. How may I help you?
Get out of my face!
Huh? Okay, Chuku. I am dead serious.
Watch your mouth.
I have watched my mouth, Jenny.
It is my wedding. Let's not turn it to your funeral.
What is this when you tell me I'm going to America? This is why you come and hide with your prostitutes.
How can we have a wedding without our friends?
Hey, okay, Chuku in the building!
Have you called your wife since you got in?
I have been very busy, you know.
Been very busy trying to chase after this.
So what's the big deal if I have sex with him?
Would you not have sex?
Life is too short, don't you think so? You only live once and you got to know.
Coming for a Liberian wedding with your wife is like going to the beach and still carrying sand.
Baby, that's an abomination now. I should put my head inside your leg. And be doing what?
Did you come for a wedding or you came to have sex?
I came for your wedding, but I was hoping to meet Liberian girls. That's why I bought 45 condoms, hoping that by now it would have gone half. But it's still full.
What's your take on marriage?
I don't believe in marriage. It's just a means of covering up both parties' adulterous lives.
I can see you two are recreating the movie Pretty Woman.
What's that supposed to mean?
You are an ashawo. In my country, we call it or oshofi.
The only reason why you're with this little boy here is because of the oral care he gives you? And you can't stand imagining his face in between another woman's legs, giving her oral care.
Seriously, Janie? You had no business discussing our sex life with your friends. Is that all I am to you? Oral care.
The only reason why you're dating white boy over there? Because you want some half-caste babies.
There's a problem. What's the problem? Queen is here.
What is she doing here?
I don't know.
I'm going to be your mother-in-law.
Your ex-girlfriend dating your father-in-law.
The wedding is cancelled.
You can't do this.
Since President Ellen Johnson got inaugurated, it's been 12 years now and nothing has changed. I can't do this anymore, Janie. I am tired.
I can't look her in the face walking down the aisle.
I understand what she did was very wrong, but cancelling the wedding won't solve the situation.
Don't you understand? I said I can't do this!
Oh, in between another woman's leg is your new America, right? What is mine? China. No. Yes! This is America. Take me to the White House. As a lady. A boy.
President, what do you mean by don't think and don't tell?
So what do we do?
I can even have your wife.
You can have his wife. You can